Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 1, Episode 3 of Dune Imperium playthrough. We're going into Round 3. We've got our handy rulebook to guide us through our first solo gameplay. We're playing the solo rules with Paul Atreides, Beast Raban, and Earl Memnon Thorvald. Last turn, we had some conflict where Atreides gained the Imperial Basin and moved up to 2 positions, but we see that the forces of the rivals are actually getting closer to progress in the Bene Gesserit tract, so let's work to correct that. A quick shout out to Dune Revenant, celebrating the Dune movie 25-year fan fiction hardcover edition. Support the channel through the links below, and please appreciate your comments. So let's get into round 3. We'll start out with the conflict card, and we'll build our deck of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got our deck ready. We've added in another Dune desert planet above. We've got the Fremen camp where 2 spice can lead to 3 troops, which I think would be a good move for us to make. Maybe we'll go to the Haga Basin. So also, is there ability to get some water is the problem. So we do need to cost of water, and we are water deficient right now, so that could be a problem. Okay, so let us also so the winning prize here is the first place. So let's see, where can we go to gain some water? I think we can pay the 2 influence from convincing argument, or actually we can use our signet ring to go to, but we don't have the High Council. Very tricky. Very, very tricky. Okay, how are we going to position ourselves in this one? We can go ahead and for 2, well, first of all, let's put our first agent. We can reset this one down. We clear this one off. For our first move, I'd like us to try to get some water. So we can use the convincing argument of 2 for 2 influence with the signet ring. So we can discard here. And that will put us a component here, which will give us an additional 1 and an additional water. So we can add that additional 1 in and our additional water. Correct. And so we can move to next with House Hagelcard for the Beast Raban. He goes to a spice harvester. Go to the space with the most bonus spice. So he will go here. He does need to pay 2 waters, but I guess maybe that's waived by the House Hagelcard. So he can gain these 3 spice plus 2 spice. So this is a huge spice boon for the Beast Raban. So Beast Raban is sort of like gaining the really gaining the influence here in the Siege, right? I mean, in the Great Flats. So he's kind of like harvesting spice. It's like the House Atreides versus the Harkonnen, sort of like in Dune, against this space. He also gets to put a piece in. So, but even though it's an X, he doesn't put a troop in because he wins this. So I think we can just put, I just think we just have to put something in for him because he's in a combat space. Okay, so next we'll move to Earl Memnon Thorvald. So again, we'll move a House Hagelcard across, and he will go to the Emperor track with his agent to wealth. He gains 2 Solari, and he advances 1 in the track. Okay, so this returns us back to Paul, who is going to play the Fremen Camp card. He will place his other agent on the Haga Basin. He has to pay his water. He will collect 2 spice, as well as this additional spice on the board. So he gets these 3 spice. And he's also able to react into the combat space, which he will do with an additional 2 components here. And the turn will now go to the Beast Raban. Gets the House Hagel card. Again, now he has Conspire. He also has to pay 4 spice for Conspire, so he pays his 4 spice back. He will move to Conspire. He will advance 1 on the Conspire track, and he will get 5 Solari, and he will get 2 troops. So 2 troops move for him into the ring. So now it's 3-2 here. And then finally, Earl Memnon gets his card. So Earl Memnon's card is the Highlighter. So this also moves him up. Moves him to the Highliner. It has to pay 6 spice, which he does not have. So I think he moves there, but does not get to get the benefit of all of that. But he can move up 1 on the track, which moves him up 1 more victory point. But he's not able to pay the benefit for that because he does not have any spice. So let's now resolve to combat. So Paul is able to add his dagger into the combat, which will raise him 2, 4, 6, 7. And we can resolve the combat for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And House Harkonnen wins the battle. So they are able to get another advancement on the track, and they can discard a card. They don't have to discard cards. So we toss all of our components from battle. So this is a huge defeat for it's a huge defeat for us. So what we will do is we will use our 1 remaining influence point to pick up a 1 influence Dune, the desert, or maybe the diplomacy card. We can add this to our discard, and then we need to reshuffle our deck. And now we can set the makers phase. So in the maker phase, we have disturbed these 2 areas, so no makers for that, but this one gets a maker phase. And now we collect back all of our tokens, and we'll place these back on their position. Return the cards back to Paul, and that will wrap up round 3. So this was a huge loss for Atreides. We misplayed the combat signals. Raban was able to collect spice, Solaris, so he's doing quite well here. We do get the second prize of water and an additional spice, so that is helpful. And Thorvald was not in the combat, so we will remove this to the discard at the bottom, and that will wrap up the turn. So yeah, so we'll see you in round 4. Check the link above, and we'll see if Atreides can. Atreides is tied with Thorvald for 2 points. We need to get to 10s across the line, but our armies are quite low. We do have a good spice horde growing, so let's see what we can do to catch up. Otherwise, it looks like Beast Raban will be coming up fast with his positioning. They've got the ability to advance in the Emperor track. They could get the Bene Gesserit track at any time. So I think that the Raban should have 1, 2 from the victory. And we should have 1, 2. So actually they're here. I think it was like this actually, right? So this is the one for Torvald's, right? I think I just mixed the colors. Okay, so that's fine. All right. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you on round 4 and talk to you soon. Bye.